After a great time with friends in South Dakota, we headed north to Theodore Roosevelt National Park in the little town of Medora, North Dakota. We stayed a couple nights so we would have a full day to spend in the park. Named after the 26th president, the park preserves that quiet and beautiful Badlands that he fell in love with in his earlier years. The visitor center provides a nice look back to those years, and we appreciated the absence of crowds and the plentiful wildlife.
The ride up to North Dakota. We're on what, Route 85?
Not yet. Route 12.
No, we're on 85.
Yep, sorry.
Pretty much, this has been the whole ride.
This is pretty big sky. You can see a long way because there's not much hill.
And there's not much out there. The Badlands of North Dakota. Kind of a surprise to us. It's fun.
A little greener than the South Dakota.
It's got a lot of pine trees in the growing out of it, right? It's pretty. All right, Mike. If you were here, you'd probably be able to spot elk out in those trees with the river on the other side. But we haven't seen an elk yet.
All right, so we maybe should have left a little earlier. But we made it up here.
You made me run up a hill.
For the sunset. Over the little muddy Missouri River. Sky's starting to color up. Bison are coming out. They were down by the river. Saw the horses on our way up the road. Just beautiful.
Oh, honey. Here come the horses. I don't know if you can see it. But they're coming right up. They're going to cross in front of us. They're all walking in a line. So these are the wild horses out here.
Riding the loop this morning. We've seen the horses. Came across the bison. With some horses up there in the background.
All right, it's date night.
Date night in the Badlands.
In the
Not really the Badlands. In
It
Medora.
is the Badlands.
It's not the real Badlands.
Ah, yes. All right, so we are at the Medora Musical, and Yeah.
A musical review, right?
Right. Let's see what it's all about. It is a lot of people here.
We have fun. No visit to Teddy Roosevelt National Park is complete without attending the Medora Musical. The show's been running continuously for 60 years in that same historic facility. In fact, on the night we attended, there were a couple people who had also attended 60 years ago in its first year. It may have been a little corny in spots, but it was a very patriotic tribute to the Wild West town of Medora.
This is the escalator getting up out.
That's the second half. There's one more just like it down below.
There's one more just like it down below. Interesting show.
Yes, it was.
It was good.
Yep, it was good. Now we buckled up and headed northwest to our planned Canadian border crossing at Coots. We stopped for the night just short of the border in Havre, Montana, after a horrendous stretch of road destruction, and thankfully just before an intense storm blew through. Weather's a little ugly here right now.
Alright, I'm not liking
it. They say we'll get 80-mile-an-hour winds, and it feels like it.
This is worse than the tornado thing.
Yeah, this is like New Mexico caliber, only with rain. Who knew we'd get waterfront in Montana?
We just went through the border crossing and it was super easy, non-issue. We're hoping, oh, look at, I think these are elk as we're coming in.
Looks like we planned a few nights in MacLeod, Alberta to prep for our time in the Canadian National Parks. We hit our first downtown laundromat, but hey, quarters don't work here in Canada. The machines only take loonies and toonies. Canadian $1 and $2 coins. And got to stock up on groceries. We were happy to also find a couple of interesting sites to visit nearby. So today, we're up here at Head Smashed In Buffalo Joe. This interpretive center is awesome. When we go out, I'll take a photo of it from outside, but it is 6 stories. Built into the side of the hill. You would never know it driving by what is here. It is super well done. It is an awesome site. You can see why this is a World Heritage Site. It's very well done. Very well done. It's one of the oldest and most well preserved and researched. And this is a 6-story interpretive center, just totally built into the mountain.
Yeah.
So here is where the hunt came to an end. Buffalo would come bailing off this cliff, which is about half as high as it was back at the time that it was used, because it has kind of crumbled back since then. But buffalo would come being chased, come down off the cliff into a pile. There'd be more warriors down here to kill the ones that didn't die immediately, because they believed that if one escaped, it would go and tell the others, beware, so that it wouldn't work anymore. But this is such a gorgeous place.
And why is it called
in the distance,
Head Smashed In?
So it's called Head Smashed In because the legend is that back in the day, a young brave wanted to witness the buffalo falling. So he hid back against the rocks to watch the buffalo flying over him to their death. However, fortunately, unfortunately, it was a great year for the hunt, and so many buffalo came over that they ended up piling up and falling on top of him and smashing in his head. So
Very sad story. But
sad story, but it was a good year, and they had plenty of food to make through the winter.
all right, this morning we are visiting. We're still in Fort MacLeod, and we are visiting actually the Fort MacLeod. The fort. And this is the first established fort for the Canadian Mounted Police.
In the West.
In the West, right. Yeah. So it's kind of interesting.
They had to march west to control the whiskey traffic and trading.
That's right.
Trails right! Trails right! Head eight! Number one, fire! Fire! Number one, prepare to advance! Head eight!
Significant drill executed by the early Mounties was the cavalry drill, which allowed the riders and their mounts to move in different formations under command.
Yeah, another modern now. So it's Caleb in the horseback.
We're all geared up and rested up and ready to go. Join us next time as we head north into the Canadian Rockies and the Canadian National Parks of Banff, Yoho, and Jasper.